Oh no, you're saying to yourself, she's recording another one of these cooking videos. Well, I couldn't sleep again, and as you can see, I'm bored. And when I can't sleep, I cook. And I do a lot of crockpot cooking because I work. So I figure I'd share one of my crockpot recipes. It didn't really take a lot of time. This is going to be lentil soup. And it's really good to make in the crock pot overnight and stuff. And then you can put it all together the night before. And then you can just throw it in the crock pot. And that made no sense. I am sorry. You can throw the crock that you keep in the fridge into the crock pot for the next day. So this is vegan. So what we have is 1 cup of our dried lentils. Please ignore the trains. I live in a not really great town where I have trains literally running through this bitch every 10 minutes sometimes even more frequent. But you see, put the dry lentils there. And then I have my pre-cut veggies, 2 peeled and cut potatoes, 2 Roma tomatoes, just diced, 2 ribs of celery, and we have 1 small onion. I pre-cut these for convenience value. So I am going to attempt to put them in one-handed. So I didn't think this one through. Here you go. Alright. Oh, that panned out remarkably well. Yay me. Okay. And just kind of spread your veggies in there like so. Get it in there with your lentils. Next, add your spices. I don't normally do a spice blend, but I figured this was easier than putting individual spices in. And you can do this to taste. It's 2 bay leaves, salt, pepper, garlic powder, parsley, oregano, a little bit of red pepper, and these 2 are bouillon cubes. I usually use tomato bouillon cubes for this, or even when I want to feel exotic, the cilantro ones from Knorr, and that's what makes it vegan. These are beef bouillon cubes, and I know you're like, that's not vegan, but if you look closely in some brands and stuff, but you got to read them, none of them, like there's a lot of beef bouillon brands that don't contain actual beef. They're usually the generic ones, but you got to read them carefully. But for pretend's sake, because I forgot to buy tomato ones, just pretend that it is tomato bouillon. Or if you don't even like to add the tomato bouillon or any veggie bouillon, you can just use 3.5 cups of vegetable stock in place of the 3.5 cups of water, because altogether this is 5 cups of water. So you can use 2 cans of veggie broth and then about 1.5 cups of water in place of that. So now we're going to add the water. I'm surprised that I am doing this as well as I am one-handed. Score for me. All right. And we're going to mix that all in there. Doesn't really matter. Don't look pretty now, but obviously it's not cooked. All right. Then you put the crock pot lid on. And then we're going to put it in the fridge. And in the morning before you go to work, you can cook it on low from anywhere between like 8 to 12 hours. This will probably take 8 hours because the lentils had overnight to soak. Or you can cook it on high for 5 hours if you're not like on at work all day. So this is the first part of the video. And I'm going to shoot another part of it if I feel like it, about how it's going to look. so I'll record that when I come home from work tomorrow. But yes, it's really cheap and easy to make with pantry ingredients and cheap veggies and stuff. And you can pair it with a salad. You can pair it with some nice hearty grain bread or just whatever you want to. And it's took me like all of 5 minutes to assemble and maybe about 10 minutes to chop the veggies because I don't do it all perfect and proficiently. What else? I have nothing else of languidness to say. I am bad with like talking fluidly. I just sound like a rambling idiot half the time. But yeah, and it's good for summer, so you don't have to bust out the oven, and it's a cheap, healthy family meal. Because I'm not going to eat all of this because it's just me, so I can keep it for lunch. But it does make a few good meals. And that's it. I have nothing else to say, so I'm going to press pause. Have a good day.